All we got is us look down the bench like it's championship or bust. Next man up. All we got is us look down the bench like it's championship or bust. Next man up.
What's up, New York Liberty fans? It's your boy Rem. Welcome to New York Liberty Fan TV. We are presented by the Bucket for Bucket Podcast Network. My name is Rem. Excited to tap in with you and let you know that this Sunday it is going down. Game 1 between the New York Liberty and the Connecticut Sun. The matchup is set in the semis. The Connecticut Sun will travel out to New York to see the New York Liberty. And on the other side, we got the Dallas Wings traveling out to Vegas to go see the Aces. So the Final Four, it's the Final Four. We are down to the final stretch. Now, this episode is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be the same, but it'll be a little bit different on how I release it. This one is not only going on New York Liberty Fan TV, this is also going on Bucket for Bucket Podcast because of the fact that we are not just talking Liberty, we are going to speak the WNBA in totality. We're going to speak the Final Four, and we're going to speak the player awards that were just handed out earlier today. They did announce the most improved, I believe it was yesterday, and we got the Defensive Player Awards today, the defensive teams and the Defensive Player of the Year. Now, real quick, I want to do my preview. I want to do my preview of the Connecticut Sun and the New York Liberty, because that is what is most important. We are here to speak about the semis, and we are here to speak about the New York Liberty in this matchup against the Connecticut Sun. Now, if you check the regular season matchup, it was a sweep. It was one-sided. It was the New York Liberty. They obliterated the Connecticut Sun 4-0. The best game was probably that 20-point game where we were down by 20 points and we came back, I believe, forced OT, came back and beat them, and that was probably gut-wrenching for the Connecticut Sun. I know some of the New York Liberty fans, I know we're coming into this and we're all excited and we're confident and we're like, oh yeah, we beat the Connecticut Sun 4 times. This should be a walk in the park. This should be easy. Nope. Unlearn all of that. Unlearn the fact that you think because the New York Liberty spanked on the Connecticut Sun in the regular season that's what's going to happen in the playoffs. First of all, the playoffs is a second season. It's a second season in itself. Whatever you saw in the regular season, you could probably use it as a sample size, but throw it all out the window. The pace is different. The defensive intensity is different. The rotations are completely different. It has to be 100% completely perfect effort. You're gonna make mistakes as a team. We're all gonna make mistakes, and there's no perfect game. But at the end of the day, we have to limit our turnovers, and we're gonna have to play the smartest basketball ever. The Connecticut Sun are very dangerous. Let me tell you why they are dangerous. This is their 5th year in a row that they are in the SemiFinals. No, they have not won a championship, but that experience for them to have been in the SemiFinals 5 years in a row, you also got to think about that. You have to take that into consideration. This team is deeper. They've been together a lot longer, even though there's some new faces, new coaching and stuff like that. They've been together a lot longer. The system, the culture of Connecticut Sun has not changed. Do not let them fool you. In the start of the season, they lost Brianna Jones, and they're like, oh, it's over. I honestly think the Connecticut Sun were the ones who put out that narrative, because if you're a basketball fan, if you watch basketball, you watch the game, there's only 12 teams. Yes, Brianna Jones is a superstar. However, the Connecticut Sun have been stacked for how long? They've been stacked for years. They just have not been able to, get past the promised land. But the Connecticut Sun have been stacked. They've been stacked. So the idea that this team was rebuilding because they lost one player out of their 3 superstars that's laughable to me. So we must watch out. Don't let Connecticut hit you guys with they have an injured player, and we're not falling for the sob story, Connecticut. Y'all are a good team. Y'all are a great organization. Again, y'all have been here 5 years in a row. Y'all were in the finals last year. They was in the finals last year. And off tangent, I'm gonna say this off tangent, which is why I was a little bit bothered by the whole Coach of the Year thing, because I'm looking at the Coach of the Year story, and I'm looking at a team who was literally in the finals last year, and they dipped. They're in the third seed now, versus their first to second last year, right? They're in the 3rd seed now. and they gave Stephanie White Coach of the Year for that. When it was like, Coach Brondello is taking the liberty from the number 8th or 7th seed last year, a completely new roster. Say what you want about super team this, super team that. I've seen plenty of super teams get together and not able to win anything. You've seen it before. We've all seen it before. We see it in the NBA all the time. So you need to actually do the work to put these players together, to get the mentalities, to get all of these egos to mesh, to make them work. And you see that. You see Benai Jelani, the person who's taking the biggest step back out of everyone on the team. And she's right here, all defensive second team. One of the runners up. And, like, put it in work. So that's off tangent a little bit, but here's what I'm gonna say: don't let the Connecticut Sun fool y'all guys. Don't let them fool you. They're a really good team, and despite them not having Brianna Jones, they're still a contender to win the WNBA championship, hands down. That's why they are here. That's exactly why they are here. So whoever put up this the narrative that Connecticut was rebuilding this season, and no, that was a horrible take. For whoever made that take, ESPN, whoever it is, whatever reporter fixed their lips to say that the Connecticut were rebuilding this year, you lost your mind. That's crazy. That's crazy. But besides that, like, we can't fall into the traps of Connecticut. They're starting to rebound the ball better. If you look at these last series, DeWanna Bonner's actually going to the basket and trying to rebound better. If you look at some of her rebounding performances this year, someone being that tall and only getting 4 rebounds in a game is kind of despicable. So it looks like somebody spoke to her, and she has been rebounding the ball a lot better. And congratulations to her. Only the third person, 1,000 points, 500 rebounds. In WNBA playoff history, joining Candace Parker, and I forget who the other person was, but they're seasons for this. Alyssa Thomas, MVP candidate right now. We'll let you hear about it because they continue to keep arguing and talking about her being the first person to rebound and assist the basketball, and like they want to give her the MVP clear cut, but. This series right here is going to decide who this MVP of this league is. They announced the MVP on the 26th, and don't let them fool you and say that, oh, the playoffs have no factor in the way that they've been voting, because it does. It will, and it does. So if whoever wants this MVP is going to ball like it in this series and take what's rightfully theirs. If they really feel that that award is theirs, they are going to take it. So we'll see how that goes. I think Stewie needs to continue to perform with her MVP-like performances, continue to lock Alyssa Thomas up like she has previously in the season, and slow down this team. The biggest X factor on the Connecticut Sun that we are going to have to watch is not DeWanna Bonner or Alyssa Thomas. Surprisingly, it is the bench. Ty Harris. Ty Harris is a problem. She's a huge problem, and we're going to need somebody to level that out. Maureen Johannes, MJ, KT. The bench mom, y'all got to do better. As we get deeper into the playoffs, I know the rotation stop, but there are some nights where maybe one of our starters don't have it, and this is where we need, or might be in foul trouble, and this is where we need the bench to step up. We need players like MJ, Maureen Johannes to get it together and start knocking down shots and start making smart plays and play better defense, just so that not only she can get more opportunities, she can give the opportunities to the starters to get their rest up and get their reps up as well. So looking forward to see how that transpires and how that all plays out. But real quick, I did want to get to the awards. No, I'm not gonna get to the awards. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. And this is what happens when you don't plan. When you don't plan ahead. I came into this episode. I didn't plan ahead. I didn't come with an agenda. I just said I'm going to speak to you guys about the New York Liberty and the Connecticut Sun. And then they dropped all the awards, and I'm like, you know what? Let me speak to them about the awards as well. So I'm doing that. But I'm here to tell you guys, do not get fooled by the Connecticut Sun and their sob stories, okay? Don't get fooled by them. They're a really good team. They've been here before. Don't get caught with your pants at your ankles thinking that this is going to be an easy one, Liberty fans. Because it won't be. It won't be by any means. This will not be an easy series. Game 1 is on Sunday. Game 2 being on Tuesday. Unfortunately, I don't know if I will see you guys on Sunday. It is football Sunday. My nephew has a game, so I don't know if I'll be there. And it's also my mom's birthday, so happy birthday to my mommy. And looking forward to that. So, but I will see y'all on Tuesday, and I'm actually should be taking the trip to Connecticut to be there for Game 3 and 4 if needed. So, we'll see how that goes. Y'all wish me the best of luck. But New York Liberty, we need you guys to really step up. We need Jonquel Jones. That she's going against her former team. Candace Parker says this right here. Offense. Oh, what was it? Offense is pretty. Offense sells tickets. Defense wins games, but it's the rebounding that will win you championships. And if you see it throughout the season, all of the teams that have out-rebounded have won the basketball games more than often. That's how it happens. So we're going to need that. We're going to need Stewie and JJ to kind of give us that rebounding that we need and that they've been bringing all year long, but bring it on the next level because Connecticut Sun, they're a big team, as well as the Las Vegas Aces. So we're going to need to continue to rebound the basketball at a high level, and that starts with Jonquel Jones. That starts with JJ, and who better to do that than a superstar of her former team, Connecticut Sun. And this is your big payback. I want you to continue to beat on them and and just give us the best minutes possible so that the New York Liberty can advance to our 5th WNBA finals. And yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna break down the matchups too much for y'all. I will do that on another episode, probably maybe Saturday or probably pregame Sunday. We'll see how that goes. But enough with speaking Liberty right now, because we are going to speak the player awards. Rightfully so, most improved player of the year, rightfully so, is Seitu Sabali, sister of Nai on our team. Seitu had an amazing season, and I think this one was probably unanimous because of, thinking about her first 3 years in the league, her injury-prone years, not being able to play full seasons. And this season right here, hands down, was a breakout season. So congratulations, Seitu. Well-deserved. You're one of the leaders for WNBA, but in Dallas. And they really have a great player on their hands. So congratulations to them on that. And now let's speak about the defensive teams. The defensive teams, I'm going to read you out this list. I have no arguments here with the all defensive team first team or the all defensive team second team. First team, we have Asia Wilson, we got Alyssa Thomas, we got Brittany Sykes, we got Breanna Stewart, and we got Jordan Canada. You have no arguments at all. I'm here with me. Like, these are literally the best defensive players in the game. And they got it right. They definitely got it right. Now, let's go to the all-defensive second team. Another thing, they got this one right. There was no debates here for me. No debates at all. Benijah Laney, Ezzy Magbagor. I'm sorry. Ezzy Magbagor, Nneka Ogwumike, Nafisa Collier, and Elizabeth Williams. Like, honorable mentions, I got to give Natasha Cloud and stuff like that, but this, I have no debate with this. I know the New York Liberty, I know we were on our Queen Bee for Defensive Player of the Year campaign, but, in all actuality, it wasn't true. She is our best perimeter defender, but I never really was sold on the Queen Bee for Defensive Player of the Year because of the fact that we have a better defensive player on our team, and that's Breanna Stewart. And I'm going back to Breanna Stewart having the highest win shares all time in defensive this year, 2023. And just what she does, being able to guard 1 through 5. The catalyst, often guarding the best player. She's like the quarterback, the catalyst on the team on defense. So I would have given it to her. And I thought Stewie was going to be Defensive Player of the Year, but I had to look at Asia's numbers. Asia's numbers are ridiculous. Her defensive numbers are bonkers, like I said. Averaging a career-high 2.2 blocks. She's ranked 3rd in defensive rebounds at 7.5, and she's 10th in steals per game. So that's pretty cool. She's a dominant player, and she really doesn't play full games most of the times because their team is spanking everybody. But congratulations to Asia Wilson, who was announced today's Defensive Player of the Year today. So congratulations, Asia. Rightfully so. You definitely did deserve that award. You have no arguments here from me. No arguments here from me at all. But we'll see who gets that MVP award at the end of the season, because I do know you're a top candidate. And we'll see if you could repeat back-to-back and get a MVP and Defensive Player of the Year award. But I don't think you will get the MVP this year. You know who I have for that MVP race. However, I must speak on that MVP race because I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about the race because I don't with all of the information, all the statistics available in a great historic season that Stewie is having, I still believe that the voters and some of the people with the recency bias, they're not hype on Stewie right now. They're really on this Alyssa Thomas wave, and I think Alyssa Thomas has argued herself enough to complain and say, "Oh, nobody's ever done this before in the WNBA," and make this as like, "Yo, this is the standard for MVP." And what sucks is, although no one has ever done what Alyssa Thomas has done in terms of the triple doubles and rebounding, no one has done what Breanna Stewart has done this season. So it's like we can go back and forth and say that, the first to 900, first to break DT's record, fastest to 4,000, meeting Maya Moore in those first 25 games, first to ever score 40-point games or triple doubles. You tell me that it hasn't been done. It hasn't been done. They've been a lot of players who have flirted with triple doubles, but the 40-point games and people have 4 for their career. She did it 4 times in one season. So it's like where do we draw a line? Where do we draw a line? Where do we start drawing a line? Do we say, okay, you're the MVP because you have the most total rebounds and totals assists in one season? It's not even per game. Per game, Courtney Vandersloot leads the league in assists per game. It's cool. You got your teammates involved. You did what you did, but you guys are number 3. And you're not number 1 in the East, because you guys always say the best player on the best team, right? Correct? So the best player on the best Eastern Conference team is the New York Liberty. So I don't understand it, and I don't get it. Again, I'm impressed with what Alyssa Thomas has been able to do this season. I think it's historic. I think it's super dope. However, I don't think what she's doing matches to what Breanna Stewart is doing on both sides of the ball. It's just hands down. She's a good player, AT, but she's not your scorer. She's not your scoring option, and she's not going to be your lockdown defender like Breanna Stewart is. She's literally quarterbacking on both sides of the basketball. I don't know what more you want. I don't know what more Breanna Stewart has to do to lock this in, but I think this is becoming like a favoritism thing, and it looks like a lot more people might like AT in the WNBA too, because we're getting a lot of people putting their voices into the mix and saying AT doing this has never been done, and so, and that's going to influence the people who have the vote. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I don't think this is going to end fair, but we'll see, and hopefully we're wrong about that. But Stewie should be the MVP of this league, hands down. Don't debate me. Yeah, and that's all I have for y'all today, man. I don't got anything else. I just wanted to speak to y'all a little bit, let y'all know it's going down on Sunday, and let New York Liberty fans know, do not get caught up in that 4-0 regular season stuff, because it don't mean nothing. It's season 2 now. The playoffs are here. This is New York Liberty Fan TV. It's your boy Rem, and I'll catch y'all. Peace.
All we got is us, look down the bench like a championship or bust. Next man up. All we got is us, look down the bench like a championship or bust. Next man up. Yeah, the strong survive, the will to rise. Get rich or die. I kill for mine. Look in my eyes. Get out the lane. You see the drive. If this a game of thrones for throne, that make me catch a bone. I'm cold. My name is Stone. Born winner. Now all you gotta do is trust. Look at the bench. Yo, the championship a must. We like next man up. Yo, they ain't training hard as me. Those 2 a days I hardly sleep. Suicides in 3 to week.